every intention of doing these videos every week, and you know, sometimes life just happens, and sometimes Morton's whole face gets in front of my video. Morton. Last month for me was just a complete and total whirlwind. I was in New York for a week, my husband was in Dallas for a week. I had a friend from New York come visit, and just life stuff, lots of meetings with new friends. We've just been really busy. This week has been the highest mileage in a week that I think I've ever probably done in my whole life. 52.5 miles. Currently running 6 days a week. A lot of hard work, a lot of tempo runs and track workouts and hill workouts to try to push me to continue to get some speed while building up mileage. This coming week is going to be a little bit easier than last week. So my mileage is a little bit down. I think it's somewhere in the 40s. And my long run is just 11 miles, which I'm really happy about because we're going to Texas for one of our good friends' wedding. And, you know, I don't really want to do any more miles than necessary in Texas in August because it's hot, like really hot. This past week, I actually had a really cool experience. One of my coach Neely's other athletes, Norm, he lives relatively close to me, and his goal is a race, I think the week right after mine. And his pace goal is like basically the same as mine. So we actually went and did our track run, our track workout together last week, which was really cool. It was fun to feel like I was part of a team and like an actual like tangible team that we like meet up and we do runs together. It was really cool. And it was just a hot day. I mean, it's not like Texas hot, but it was like in the 80s or something. It was tough. I was like averaged out around like two or 3 seconds like slower than I was supposed to for my 600 meter splits, but my coach told me that that's okay because it was hot outside. So I think in the same way that you kind of alter your pace goals if you're running at altitude, like at sea level, I'm expecting to run about like 20 seconds per mile faster, 10 to 20, something like that, faster. I think you have to alter for heat as well because they call it like poor man's altitude. His goal for each split was a little bit slower than mine, so he ran behind me, and so that was a good motivation. I was like, okay, I can't let Norm catch me because I know that Neely is going to look at our Garmin stats and she's going to see that he did this faster than me, and I don't want that. So it was really good motivation and really just fun to get some miles in with somebody else. We were at brunch this weekend with some friends from church, and one of my friends asked, like, so you are training for a marathon right now, and you blog, and you do personal training online, and you work full-time, like, how do you do all of that? My answer to her was initially like, you know, I don't have a lot of idle time. I'm really similar to my dad in the fact that he is kind of not like a New York City workaholic, but like a Texas version of a workaholic. He's just always working on something. My mom talks about it in like the terms of doers and beers. So my mom would say that she and my brother are beers. They fascinate me because they could, you know, my mom could sit and read a book all day and not talk to anybody, and that would be great. Like, she would love that. She and my brother, both like really patient people, really kind people, a good balance for me on top of my high strungness. Whereas my dad and myself, she calls us doers because we have to be doing something. It's really hard for me to try to sit down and make time to read books or even just to sit down and read my Bible or pray. It feels often like work for me because in work, not in the sense of like I have a project, it's more like work as in like this is difficult. Anyway, so back to what my friend was asking me. She was saying like, you know, how do you do all this stuff? I wake up pretty early. I've been really trying to do more and more of my runs in the morning because it gets so hot. I mean, you know, in the 80s if I run after work. And if I run in the morning, it's like in the 60s and it's fantastic and it's beautiful. But I work New York hours, so that means I have to go at like 5 a.m. Or earlier. So I have to wake up at like 4:30, 4:45. It's pretty early. So generally I try to wake up pretty early and get my run done in the morning. If I don't wake up and run, I try to still wake up semi-early, like maybe 6 or something, and work on blog stuff or schedule some tweets. Lately, I haven't really taken lunch breaks. Sometimes I will work on blog stuff during my lunch break. My work has just been really busy the past couple weeks, so I haven't had time for that. But that is another pocket of time that I really try to take advantage of and not just squander if I can get it. And then because I work New York hours, I do get off at 4 Colorado time, which means I have a lot of time in the evening to, if I don't have to run, you know, work on blog stuff, work on my client plans, spend time with my husband, hang out with friends. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it other than I try to be really intentional about my time and try to be as efficient as I can about things, and I don't know, even down to the extent of like I try to be really efficient about showers so that I don't have to shower more than once a day. So I don't know if you think this is gross, but if I don't run in the morning, I'm not going to shower before I start working, and so I will just, you know, work and then, you know, run after work and then take a shower, because otherwise that's like, you know, 30 minutes out of my day that I'm losing and not being productive. So it's not worth it to do it more than once a day for me. I was joking with one of my friends the other day about the fact that Neely only shows me 2 weeks out in my workouts. She told me that's because she doesn't want me to freak out about what I have coming up, which is so smart. Had she shown me in May what I was doing this past week, I would have been like, yeah, never mind. I am not interested in working with you. I don't have time to run 6 days a week. I don't have energy to run 50 miles a week and have none of my runs be shorter than 7 miles. Like, I don't think I had ever run more than 6 miles on a weekday, maybe ever. And now I don't run shorter than 7 on a weekday, and I run every weekday with just taking Sundays off. So it's been really cool to see how I have more time than I would have thought that I have. It's these little increases. It's these, you know, last week 6 miles, this week 7 miles. In your mind, you're like, oh, you know, 1 mile, what's the difference? But when you look at it over time, you're like, wow, I have increased my weekly mileage from like 20 to like 50, which is amazing. It's really, really cool. And I think that that principle, that small increments principle, could apply to a lot of different disciplines. You know, right now I'm putting in a lot of time, but I don't feel like I'm giving my life up. I honestly still feel like I have time to watch Parks and Rec again. I've watched it before. Like, I still have time to do these things, and I still have time to spend with my husband and hang out with my friends. Like, it doesn't feel overwhelming. But again, like, had I tried to start doing this kind of mileage and this kind of time commitment in May, I would have hated it. You can make time, and you don't have to do everything you want to do all at once. Push yourself, but don't push yourself to the point that it loses its luster with doing too much too fast. So I just wanted to encourage you with that. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. So I hope you guys have a really great week. I really am going to try to do these more regularly, just update you with my training for this marathon for New York City and for trying to qualify for Boston. So let me know if there's anything specific that you want to know about with my training or anything like that. Otherwise, I will talk to you soon. See ya.